Beautiful day today and a beautiful weekend. You might want to take up some running. A half marathon, maybe full marathon, triathlon, Ironman. Lots of people really love to run and for very long distances. The University of Calgary's marathon program turns 35 this year. So we have Assistant Professor of Kinesiology, Bridel, here with us to do some research and did some research on why we run, which is really the big question for today, isn't it? Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You are a runner yourself. You've done some serious running. You've done the Ironman a few times. Tell me a little bit about that.
So yeah, I've done multiple marathons. I've done 3 Ironmen. I didn't finish my first one, but I finished 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's serious running. That's not like just a little bit of running. That's a serious commitment.
Yeah, it's a lot of time, a lot of money,
yeah,
but some fun times along the way.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So what is it about running? Why do we run?
I think there's multiple reasons and different reasons for different people.
Sure.
So people run for sure for a sense of community. People run for a sense of escape.
Yeah.
People run to get outside.
Yeah.
Obviously for fitness. And as a big part of their identity as well. It becomes a big part of who they are.
Yeah. I was saying to you earlier, you know, people say I'm a runner. You know, like it is their identity. This is who I am. I run. Is that a good thing to link your identity with running?
Yeah, it can be for sure. You know, the sense of community that's built, the sense of achievement that comes with finishing races. You know, I think the concern becomes when you start to ignore signs in your body that maybe you shouldn't be running, which can happen over longer distances. I mean, it happens with short distances as well, but especially as you put your body into more arduous challenges like half marathons and marathons, ultra marathons.
Right, right, right. What about this idea of the runner's high? Like, does it exist? Because, I mean, runners get injured and they get injured often, and yet they keep going back. They just keep going back.
Yeah, I don't think I ever experienced the runner's high, to be honest.
Right?
No, I mean, when it finished, I definitely, yeah.
Oh, God,
across the finish line, I'm good. You know, as a sociologist, I'm interested in sort of the narratives that surround this idea of the runner's high. I think it's really connected into a sense of achievement, a sense of satisfaction. You know, if I sat down with a sports psych person, they'd talk probably about flow state, and I for sure would agree with that. I think it's one of those scenarios where sort of the micro and the macro conversations have to take place at the same time.
Okay, interesting. So is there something that could be negative about that sort of runner state, though, this addictive sort of quality? Can that be problematic?
Yeah, so if you are running through injury, if you're ignoring pain in your body, and pain is a, you know, as a sign of something more serious that's going on, it can for sure lead to short and long-term health consequences. I know myself when I was training for Ironman and doing all the marathons, I was taking ibuprofen just like crazy, which can have serious health impacts.
For sure.
So.
What about psychologically? Like, I just wonder about that psychological drain or strain.
Yeah, I think when you're so connected into this idea that you have to cross the finish line as a sense of achievement, and so you're pushing your body,
right.
And if you end up not being able to do that race for whatever reason, that for sure it can be a little bit depressing.
Absolutely.
You know, my thing is, you know, creating an alternative narrative or an alternate narrative where you say a lot of the achievement of doing something like a marathon is in the training itself.
Right.
You know, you've gotten out there in the winter time,
right.
You've gotten out there in rain, you've gotten out there and you've done the training, and so you got to the start line. That's incredible in and of itself, you know,
right.
with everything else that is going on in people's lives.
No kidding, absolutely. Well, it is spring, and it's going to be a beautiful weekend, as we've been saying all morning long. Maybe people are going to take up running for the very first time. Anything they should be thinking about? Any sort of advice for these first-time runners?
Yeah, absolutely. So start slowly.
Yeah.
Make sure you enjoy it.
Right.
You know, like if it's not something your body feels good doing, find something else that you like doing, because you're more apt to keep doing that, right? Find a club. And especially a club that targets beginners.
Right. That's something particular. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what about you? Are you going to do more of these crazy marathons?
Definitely no more marathons in my future.
Okay, okay.
Right now I run for fun when I feel like it. Okay. The fun part about running now is people yell out like, "Run, Forrest," which makes it super interesting.
Forrest Gump, I love it. That's amazing. William, thank you so much. This is fantastic information.
Thanks for having me.
That's just great.